good afternoon, and good evening to all of my crocheters. This is Keeler Crafts, and today we're going to learn how to make this wonderful little baby blanket crocheted basket. It's a great project for finishing up any of the extra skeins you may have ordered when making a blanket. They're versatile, they're floppy, surprisingly strong, and they make a great addition to either your gift or as another gift for someone else, or even just in your home, in your bedroom, in your office, to hold whatever you think you may need. So for this project, we're going to need 2 skeins of baby blanket yarn. I'm partial to Bernat. If you like another brand, that's good. You just want to make sure that it is going to be a size 6 super bulky, and that it's soft and it's a color that you like. This is going to be a double-stranded crocheted basket, so that means you will be crocheting with 2 strands at one time and treating them as one. It just really adds to the sturdiness of this basket and kind of makes it work up faster and thicker. Because we are using 2 strands, we're going to need to size up our hook. And sorry, I have my trusty ergonomic holder on this one. We're going to be using a 10mm hook today, just to make sure that we can work the double strands through without getting stuck and having to fight it the entire time. So the first step that we're going to do is to magic circle and do the base. We're going to do increases on the 8s as we go out. One of the tricks to do this base without getting it into an octagon is we're going to kind of disperse our increases on each of the rows so that they don't line up exactly the same. And a very easy way to do that is to kind of go, one row would be on the actual count where you'd go 1, 2, 3, however many, and then your double. The next row you would start kind of in the middle of your count and go around, just so that it's not stacking up as you go out, and it'll give you a more rounded off edge. And then when we get to however wide we want our basket and want to start moving up, we're going to work in back loops only so that we have a sharp definitive line as we move up. And then when we get to our height that we want, we will also do handles by skipping and chaining and then coming back over. So for that, you will definitely need some stitch markers and the ability to count, which is somehow the hardest part of crochet. So to get started, we're going to do a magic circle, and let's count how many times I failed to do this. I don't know what it is about magic circles that it's a blocker for me. It's gonna take me anywhere from 3 to 7 times to get it going the first time, and one of these days it's gonna click, but I doubt that's today. So let's get started. To start this tutorial, we are going to gather our yarn and work a magic circle. If you do not know how to do a magic circle, please pause this video and look up another tutorial. I'm the last person who should be teaching magic circles. But here we go. For editing's sake, this was my 3rd try. So for this first round, or to start, we are going to do 8 half double crochets through the magic circle, and that is a yarn over, a yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through again. So it's a mix between a single and a half, or a double crochet, hence the term half double. We're going to do that 8 times within the magic circle, and that would be round 1. When you get to the end, count and double count to make sure you do in fact have 8 stitches. If not, add another one like you'll see me do here, and you will pull the magic circle tight. You want to pull with enough tension to draw the magic circle in, but not break your yarn. And this goes back to me saying that counting is the hardest part of crocheting. To finish this round, we are going to slip stitch through the first loops, pull through, and that is the end of round 1. To start round 2, we are going to chain. We're going to chain 1, and then each of our original 8 stitches are going to get a half double crochet increase. So that means you will do 2 half double crochets in each of the original 8 loops. So for the end of this round, you should have 16 total stitches. Double crochets and the final hook. Please disregard that I am doing double crochets right here. It's a bit of muscle memory left over from my last project. We will end the round by slip stitching through the first loop, and that is the end of round 2. We're going to chain 1 to start round 3, and this is where we are going to do the first stitch will be a half double crochet. The second stitch will be a half double crochet increase, which means you'll put 2 into that second stitch. And we will repeat that around until we get to the end and have 24 stitches on this round. Pause here to complete your round. To complete this round, you will put your last increase in the stitch before the last stitch. So that should be 2 half double crochets. Then we will slip stitch through the first loops, pull through, and that is the end of round 3. Round 4 is going to be 2 half double crochets to 1 half double crochet increase. So first stitch and second stitch will get a single half double crochet, and the third stitch will get the increase, or 2 half double crochets in one. You should have 32 stitches by the end of this round. Pause here to complete your round. As we finish off this round, remember that you should be ending on an increase, so that last stitch should have 2 half double crochets. Slip stitch to finish the round, and then we'll begin round 5. Round 5 will have 3 half double crochet stitches followed by 1 half double crochet increase for a total of 5 stitches per repeat. You should have a total of 40 stitches at the end of this round. Pause to complete your round. Just a reminder, you should be ending this round on the half double crochet increase, and then you should have a total of 40 half double crochets in this round. Slip stitch through the first loop to finish round 5. Right now, this basket's diameter is measuring at about 8 inches. Round 6 is going to be 4 half double crochets to 1 half double crochet increase for a total of 6 stitches and a total of 48 stitches for the round. This will be our first offset row. So we are going to do 2 half double crochets followed by a half double crochet increase, and then we will do 4 half double crochets followed by the half double crochet increase. Pause here to finish your round. As we finish this round, remember that this is an offset, so you are going to end not with the half double crochet increases, but with 2 singular half double crochets. You should have a total of 48 stitches for this round. We're going to slip stitch to end the round, and that will be the end of round 6. Round 7 is going to be a normal row where we do 5 half double crochets to 1 half double crochet increase. So that will be a total of 7 stitches for each repeat. You should have a total of 56 stitches by the end of this round. Please pause here and complete your round. As we finish round 7, we should have 5 stitches left, and we will end on a half double crochet increase. Just make sure that you are counting and that you are on track to have 56 total stitches for round 7. We will end this round with a slip stitch into the first loop, and that is the end of round 7. Start round 8, we will chain 1 and then do a single crochet into the first stitch. We'll do a single crochet until the second stitch and into the third, and this is going to be an offset row, so we will do a half double increase on the 4th stitch and then start our numbers off again. So that's 1, 2, 3 singles and 1 increase. Then we'll do 6 half doubles in single stitches. And we'll do a half double increase on that 7th stitch to give you a total of 8 stitches repeating. Pause here to finish your round. As we come to the end of round 8, remember that this was an offset, so we will not be ending on a half double increase, but just a regular half double crochet. There should be 3 single half double crochets before we end this round. And to end this round, we will slip stitch through the first loops, pull through, and now we are complete and done with the base of your basket. Okay, to start moving vertically up the basket, we are going to chain 1 and then start working half double crochets through the back loops only. You should still be pulling up 2 loops when you do this because of the double strands, but just make sure you are only grabbing the back loops. This will give us a nice defined line or border around the bottom of the basket and a more definitive demarcation from bottom of basket to top of basket. If you are following the tutorial directly, you should have 64 half double crochets for every round that we do from here on out. Pause here and continue your round. As we finish this first round in the back loops only, as we join or finish the row, we are actually, instead of just doing a basic slip stitch through the first, we are going to go in backwards and pull through just to better hide the join line. It's up to you if you want to do this or not. It will still look pretty okay without it, but there will be kind of a line, a clear line that this is where you are doing your joins. So if you don't care about that, that's fine. Just do it the normal way. If you do care about it, go in backwards. And then again, you'll do your chain and half double crochet back into that first stitch. If you want to follow this tutorial or to get the same size basket, we're going to do 9 more rows so that there are 10 full half double crochet rows before we do the handles. By doing it on the 10, that means row 11 will be when we come back to show you how to do the handles. So go ahead and pause the video. As we end our last row, this is where we're going to do a little bit of math to figure out where to place the center points for our handles. Because this tutorial has 64 half double crochets in a round, you're going to divide that by 4, which will give us 16, and that is going to be the center mark for both of our handles. So we are going to count out 16 stitches and place our stitch marker. We will then count out 5 from the stitch marker on each side and add another stitch marker. So each handle will span 11 half double crochets. We'll repeat the same thing for the other side and count out 16 for our center point, and then 5 on each side for a total of 11 spaces. Now we're going to continue doing our half double crochets around the basket, and when we get to the stitch right before the first marker, we will then do our final half double crochet and then chain 11 and then continue our half doubles in the stitch following the last stitch marker. We'll continue to do half double crochets around the basket until we meet that next stitch marker where we will chain another 11 and then complete the basket. Go ahead and pause here to complete this round. We'll finish up this round the same way we've done the rest of them, with a slip stitch through the first loop, and that will give us the basis for our handles on the next round. This final half double crochet round is going to be done very similar to the bulk of the rounds. However, when we get to the chain, we are going to put our half double crochets into the loops that we chained on, just like if you were starting a regular crochet project. If you have difficulties getting your hook through the loops for this portion, you don't have to go through them. You can just go around them and then evenly distribute your loops across your chain. That is up to you. Both ways can be done. When you complete your handle, go back and count and make sure you have 11. And if you do, you're good to continue on to the next handle. Pause here to continue the round. As we finish this round, we're going to finish it the same way as all of the other ones, with a slip stitch through the first loop, and that is your final half double crochet round. Give your basket a once over before we do our final round. Make sure that this is the size that you want, that you are happy with your handle placement, and that you are ready to finalize. We are going to wrap this up with a single crochet border. The most difficult part about this is going to be not doing half double crochets, since you have been so used to it for the rest of this project. It will give you a nice little border without being too bulky on top of the handles. And once you finish this round, you are good to go. The basket is done. Pause here to complete the round. Now that we're coming to the end of the round, we are going to finish this round just like the rest of them with a slip stitch through the first loop. Now cut your yarn and tie off. Now all you need to do is weave in your yarn tails, and then your basket is complete. Okay, now that you've weaved in your ends, your basket is complete. If you follow the tutorial exactly as I did it today, your diameter is going to be about 13 to 14 inches and your height is going to be about 11. However, you can make this basket as big or as small as you want. This one's a bit smaller one I made from a previous blanket project. I think this one is 10 and 10, but again, you can use these to use up any of the extra skeins you have from blanket projects, or if you just want to make a basket, you can go out and buy 2 skeins of the Burnett baby blanket, but you can use these for like towels, blankets. I like to use them to hide my crochet projects in the living room without having everything out in the open. Kind of helps tidy up the madness because I can't do one project at a time. But it's up to you however you want to use these. You can even use them as a little personal bag. But again, thank you for doing this tutorial with me today. If you'd like to see more, please comment below and tell me what you'd like to see. And if you're feeling generous, please subscribe. I'm going to try and do more tutorials for everyday things, either crocheting or sew-alongs, or even kind of trying to write my own sewing patterns. I just would like you guys to go on this journey with me. Thank you again, and have fun making your basket.